Opening the October 1988 issue of Wrestling Eye is like stepping directly into the heat of the late 80s wrestling scene, the exact moment when personalities, promotions, and politics were colliding at full force. The cover is bold and unmissable, splashed with photos and text that tease the real meat inside. Brutus the Barber, Beefcake in a career-defining spotlight, the young stallions daring to challenge the dominance of Demolition, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's emotional farewell, Barry Windham's transformation into the most dangerous horseman, Flair and Sting locked in a rivalry billed as the never-ending battle, and a tantalizing spread of pin-ups from the era's most iconic stars. Page 3 lays it all out in black and white. The full table of contents, a roadmap promising big-name interviews, feud breakdowns, and an avalanche of color photography. We start with Brutus Beefcake, a man whose gimmick was as outlandish as it was over with the crowd. The article chronicles his shift from tag team performer to solo star, the rise of his flamboyant barber persona, and how he carved his niche with charisma and a pair of shears. The piece blends storyline and kayfabe praise, talking about his confidence, crowd connection, and the way opponents feared not just losing, but losing their locks. Next, the young stallions, Jim Powers and Paul Roma, are profiled in the thick of their underdog quest to topple Demolition. The tone is urgent, framing the stallions as fast, athletic, and hungry, but underscoring the reality of Demolition's sheer size, brutality, and championship pedigree. The feature paints their upcoming clash as David versus Goliath with high stakes for their credibility. Ricky Steamboat's farewell is a heartfelt, almost poetic tribute. Full-color photos capture his in-ring grace, from arm drags to top rope crossbodies, and the text acknowledges his reputation for sportsmanship, technical excellence, and the ability to bring out the best in any opponent. The narrative hints at both personal and professional reasons for stepping away, making it as much a goodbye letter as a career recap. Barry Windham's piece is pure swagger, casting him as the baddest horseman and detailing his journey from fan-favorite babyface to a cold, calculating heel aligned with Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. The writing emphasizes his newfound ruthlessness, his mastery of ring psychology, and his devastating lariat, positioning him as a linchpin in the faction's dominance. The Flair versus Sting feature earns its billing as the never-ending battle. It walks the reader through their clashes for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, dissecting their contrasting styles. Flair, the cunning technician and master of the dirtiest tricks in the book, Sting, the explosive powerhouse with limitless stamina. The article highlights their time limit draws, near falls, and mutual respect, laced with intense competition, portraying the feud as the era's definitive measuring stick for greatness. From there, we pivot to Andre and Duggan, brawling or boring. A candid piece weighing the entertainment value of two larger-than-life characters who, despite fan support, weren't exactly delivering mat classics. The tone is provocative, inviting readers to question whether sheer size and charisma should outweigh in-ring ability. Butch Reed disappears into the Twilight Zone, plays with mystery, covering his absence from the mainstream spotlight and speculating on his next move. Eddie Gilbert, the CWF's top gun, shifts the focus to the Continental Wrestling Federation, painting Gilbert as a cunning, versatile performer whose creative mind was as sharp as his in-ring game. Dino Bravo, Canada's powerhouse, is equal parts national pride and kayfabe hype, portraying Bravo as the embodiment of Canadian strength and resilience, complete with visual proof of his physique and power moves. Heidi Lee in Pictures breaks the mold with a full-page photographic showcase, giving space to a female presence in a male-dominated industry. The Independent Stars Gallery widens the lens, showing faces and names from outside the big promotions, with photo captions that offer tantalizing snapshots of their personas. Wrestling Talk, the sport's finest hour, leans editorial, discussing the highs of the industry and what it would take to sustain them. Wendy Richter, will she return to the mainstream? Is a comeback speculation piece reminding readers of her groundbreaking role in women's wrestling and questioning if she could reclaim the spotlight. Threaded through all of this is an ad landscape that is pure 1988 gold. Early in the magazine, you find full-page ads for wrestling t-shirts plastered with star names and catchphrases, mail-order posters featuring everyone from Hogan to Savage, and VHS tape libraries promising uncut, uncensored footage from territories and pay-per-views. Pin-up posters are promoted in bold fonts. Glossy shots of The Ultimate Warrior, The Nasty Boys, Iron Sheik, Midnight Rockers, Dino Bravo, Randy Savage, Mean Gene with Jimmy Hart and Honky Tonk Man, Luscious Johnny Valiant, the British Bulldogs, Samu and Captain Lou Albano, David Sammartino, and Ric Flair, all marketed as must-have wall art. The ads are as much a part of the reading experience as the articles, each page a temptation to clip, mail, and wait for treasures to arrive in a brown envelope weeks later. Departments fill in the rest of the reading rhythm. The editorial, the WWF, Who Are They Kidding, takes sharp aim at the Federation's creative direction, balancing criticism with acknowledgement of its business dominance. Phantom of the Ring brings a mysterious voice to the commentary, blending historical insight with sharp analysis. Official ratings list the top contenders across promotions, a pre-internet staple for fans to debate. The fan club column points you toward ways to connect with other enthusiasts, while letters to the editor provide unfiltered opinions from across the country, ranging from impassioned defenses of heroes to blistering takedowns of villains. The back section mixes final photo spreads with small classified ads, independent wrestling promotions pushing upcoming cards, collectors offering rare memorabilia, and tiny 1-inch spaces selling everything from bootleg photos to ring-worn gear. The issue closes the way only an 80s wrestling mag could. A lingering sense that you've been given not just a collection of articles, but an all-access pass to the world you loved, and a shopping list of ways to keep it alive in your own home. And if this trip through Wrestling Eye October 1988 lit up your wrestling nostalgia, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next From the Pages deep dive. Drop a comment telling us which feature or ad jumped out to you. Was it the heated Flair-Sting rivalry, the underdog Young Stallions, or that one piece of merch you wish you had ordered back in the day? Keep the memories alive and the debates rolling.